Pelt. Welcome to our video on setting realistic goals. In this video, we will hear from women about their short-term and long-term realistic goals. We will also learn about the benefits women have experienced from increasing physical activity. Now, I would like you to hear from women who have already incorporated physical activity into their daily lives. We will learn how they increased their physical activity with the goal of improving their health and their mind. What does being physically active mean to you?
Physically active means to me that a person is has a lifestyle of physical activity, moving around as much as possible, getting up and going.
They'll think I'm some kind of a big athlete, but I'm not really. I'm just enjoying my steps and trying to stay healthy. So
it means, really means getting out. And even though I have not done it to the extent I should have in the past, that's what it really means to me. I need to be up and moving. As a younger person, I used to exercise all the time. Then I hit a stretch where I didn't exercise at all. And due to some lovely doctor interference, and I say that because it was really the level of concern, not concern in a negative way, but care that my cardiologist had, that she called me herself at home and said, I want you to join a program, a walking program.
you do meet people and you feel more sociable, and that's all good. To smile and talk and be in the sunshine and do stuff like that. So it's more than just walking. It's a big picture. There is a big picture.
I'm from Georgia, and we didn't have cars, so you walked everywhere. So walking is something my body knows.
I like fitting into my clothes, and so physical activity is important for me to feel good about myself. But mostly right now it's because I do feel I'll be 70 in August. And for the next decade, I want to regain some of the strength that I had before. And the decade after that, I want to be very strong.
Why do you try to be physically active?
For me, it's important to have good balance, to not be dependent on others. I have little grandchildren. I like to be able to get down on the floor with them. And to do all of that, I have to stay active and I have to exercise.
Well, as you get older, I think we all get a little more forgetful, or we wish we could remember things better or clearer. So it is important as you get older to worry about your brain health. So if walking can contribute to making you have some more cognitive skills, then we better get walking.
And it's my own motivation that I'm very proud of that for some reason I have now become remotivated to take better care of me. It's 76 of all times, but it's never too late, as they say.
Well, I could say it gives me something to do. I could say it's a hobby. I could say, I look forward to it. It's just something that I need to do, because as we get older, you just can't sit there and watch television or stay on the computer or read a book.
To stay physically fit when you're older takes a commitment. It takes time. You have to work it into a schedule. Whether that's in the morning, whether it's in the middle of the day, late in the day, whatever the schedule will allow. But it's a commitment. It's a commitment to myself that I want to be physically fit when I'm in my 70s, when I'm in my 80s. I want to be able to walk up and down stairs by myself. I want to be able to do things without being dependent on someone else.
Because it's healthy for me. Getting up in age, I need to be physically active. Uh, Being physical gives you energy, and it gives you the energy to go about your daily tasks. And that's the way I see it.
I feel my mind is more clearer because, and I feel happier because I'm doing something that's productive, and my body, just my joints and my bones, and I just feel better from having gotten out there. And whether it's for a half an hour or an hour, I just love how I feel when I've done something. It is a sense of accomplishment. I just love the progress that I've made and how it makes me feel.
What benefits have you noticed from becoming more physically active?
I have more energy to do the jobs that I have to do. It gives me an opportunity to meditate, to think, be calm, and just kind of calm my body down.
So the walking does strengthen you and makes you feel stronger, and it's just so good for you. It's as simple as that. So we all should do a lot of walking.
Physical activity helps my stamina. When I walk upstairs, I don't like being short of breath, and so the physical activity and the exercise helps me with that. When I had my joint problems, I had pain. The physical activity strengthens all of the muscles surrounding those joints, and so the pain isn't as intense anymore.
I'm able to go a much longer distance than I could before I have to do the special breathing that they teach you how to do. I can truly walk faster than I could walk before, simply because it'll be a year in August that I have been walking, and I have not, even though I don't walk as many days as I did when I started, it's important to me now. So I really am happy. It's important to me that I get out of the house, I go walk somewhere. So that's a big benefit.
It's like changing my life. I have to say that because there wasn't that much going on, I guess, and I just love that the program really did affect my life.
The biggest thing is my husband has gotten jealous, and now he's on a path of trying to increase his own level of activity. When I told him what the nurse told me at my last visit about my weight, he was like, "What? I can't believe that." I said, "Believe it." So it has really been an impact for all of us. It makes me feel good that I have decided for myself that I needed to get up.
Well, I think the brain gets more oxygen, or the whole body, and your blood is pumping when you're walking.
It does create a chunk of time you have to commit to, but it's worth it. I'm beginning to realize the value. I'll make a year in August. And if I make that year doing what I'm doing, I'm going to really feel good that I've done something I should have been doing.
What are some of your short or long-term physical activity goals that you have been able to accomplish?
It's my goal to do this on a regular basis, and sometimes that's a little challenging, and sometimes I have to have conversations with myself and talk myself into it after I've talked myself out of it. But I want to have a regular program and just stay with it. I swim. I do water aerobics now that I can't do the high impact anymore. I've started yoga, Tai Chi, and so those are the kinds of activities that I want to continue on.
To live the longest, best life that I can. I know with being active, it gives you energy, and it gives me stamina, and it makes me feel better overall, so that I can be a better member of my family, to my family.
Really would be that my oxygen levels stay high enough so I do not have to resort to O2. That's one of my long-term goals, period, is to not have to have O2. And if walking, a simple exercise like walking, plus my pulmonary will help me maintain my independence. In that respect, that's very important to me.
You do feel better. It's a sense of accomplishment.
As I get stronger in my breathing, I can walk faster. That I've noticed now. When I go to physical therapy, I walk around their parking lot twice, and I can actually make the walk twice around the lot and not feel short of breath like I would have had I gone half a block over a year ago.
Dr. Lynn Braun, our clinical expert, is a nurse practitioner at the Rush Heart Center for Women. Dr. Braun will be providing valuable information on how a physical activity routine supports good health and how to tailor a routine for specific health issues. What are some ways that women can safely increase their physical activity?
Physical activity is important in order to prevent many chronic illnesses. I like to encourage women to kind of increase their physical activity doing natural activities, natural forms of exercise. Walking is a great form of exercise. It's easy to do, you don't need any equipment, and most women can walk safely and do it accurately. My rule of thumb in counseling women, I think it's important to get up at least every hour. If a woman has a sedentary occupation, often that means talking on the phone. And we don't need to sit in order to talk on the phone.
How do you prevent joint issues or worsening of existing joint issues?
Many women have joint issues as they age. So it's very important that a woman listens to her body in order to prevent joint damage or discomfort or pain. A woman who runs may trigger more joint issues than someone who walks. Stretching is important in order to safely engage in physical activity. What I tell people to do is to do a slow warm-up, then do the actual planned physical activity, and then at the very end, stretch again.
We hope that you now have some additional ideas on how to set realistic goals and are excited to keep moving. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, love self, embrace health.